There we go. Uh, huh. Trying to think of like if Seriebot actually turned off shield mode or if it actually didn't for some reason. Cause I don't know why, but like usually usually whenever I go live and everything, right? Um, fucking. So usually whenever I go live, um, I well, okay. Forgive me, folks. I'm pretty much kind of waking up, so my brain's kind of like trying to start the ignition or whatever. But basically, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is, um, when I'm offline, I have pretty much shield mode activated. Now I don't know, and I can't say for like a whole lot of other streamers, about them using this, but I just know it's something that's been kind of like, I've been using on my streams and stuff. It's supposed to like, it's like a way to, it's like a way to like protect my account, it's pretty much like a way to protect my stream and everything, when I'm not streaming. And, usually, usually whenever I actually go live and everything, um, my, well, it's not like it's like my bot, but it's like a bot that I'm using, um, which is known as Seriebot. It's known like to always take off the thing. Hey Hannah, how are you? Welcome on in. I guess since you're chit chatting and all that, that's a good sign that the Seriebot actually disabled shield mode, which is nice. Awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty much for me, I'm pretty much just waking up and everything, and because I want to get a little bit of rest, because I've been up for quite a while, and it's kind of like doing some stuff and things on Elden Ring and whatnot, but yeah, and I was also kind of like making sure that I was also kind of making sure that shield mode wasn't activated since I was live and everything like that, because when I went to go like look at my pop-out chat stuff, like I saw my usual bots doing their thing of Extreme Elements and Seriebot, but but like the thing is like the shield mode seemed, at least on my end, didn't seem to to get turned off, and usually Seriebot's always the one that turns it off whenever I go live. So so I was reloading my chat box on PC, to make sure everything was good. Yeah. Yeah, I was also kind of like, just checking around other the usual places, like from, like Discord and all that. I don't know why, but for some odd reason, I don't know why, for some odd reason, it's like, I think it happened, like, earlier today or something like that, but I was trying out this game, which is basically Heretic and Hexen, because it had a new port thing, released or whatever. I was playing it on PC, and for whatever fucking reason, damn thing, it says that I'm playing the game, but in reality I'm not. So it's like, oh, like I'm playing Dead by Daylight. So it's like, if you look on, if I, look on Discord, it's like, you look under my name, it's like, saying like, like playing Dead by Daylight +1, which not really, but anyway, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get started and everything. So, as always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs, it's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Dead by Daylight. So, it's been a hot minute since I last played this game. Quite a lot of stuff has happened. So, for one, we got a new chapter / DLC, type thing, which is The Walking Dead. Now, I've never really seen The Walking Dead. I know about its existence, but I've never really seen, like the show or shows or anything, and all that. But yeah, we got a new chapter, which is being The Walking Dead. As you can also see, we got like some some new, we got like, the thing of like the main features, like the feature presentation of like, like stuff and things going on, like some of the stuff you can go get from the, in the store. But yeah, so when it comes to the Walking Dead chapter, um, it originally was known to only have 2 survivors, um, which was Rick Grimes and which was Rick and Michonne Grimes. So, yeah, I want to say that these two, I guess like are okay. So, for anyone who's a Walking Dead fan, please don't kill me if I don't know this, but I believe they are, like a couple or something, you know. But yeah, so. Yeah, so originally it was supposed to be a thing where it's like it's gonna be just those two as survivors, having more than one, and that was it. Many people thought there might have been like it was gonna be like a new killer, but there wasn't. And technically, same thing goes for a map, like because sometimes Cause sometimes with with new chapters and things like that, sometimes we can get like the whole package, we can get 2 out of 3 things, or 1 out of 3, stuff like that. And apparently like there was this thing per se where um, they had like this idea for like a special tile thing in the map. Whenever Walking Dead characters would, be, would be the thing. But apparently, from what I can understand, they have actually made that into a new map variant supposedly. But anyway, so this is everything pretty much from the Walking Dead chapter. You got some outfit stuff for Rick Grimes, maybe some stuff for Michonne Grimes. You got a few things, for like the full set. Apparently, apparently this one here is like, is made to where it's like it's linked, and you can't put like any changes or whatever. Then for the legendary, because apparently, because sometimes DLCs and chapters will have legendary stuff. So if you were to get this, you would be able to play as Daryl Dixon, and and he's over. He goes over Rick Grimes. Now, um, with Daryl Dixon, he has entirely new stuff. He has like new voice, new lines, animations, another stuff. So yeah, there's that, and and then of course, and apparently you have Rick Grimes in a hospital, looking gown thing. Thankfully he got some undergarments on, so there's that. But yeah, other than the Walking Dead chapter, other than the Walking Dead becoming a DLC chapter thing for the game, a lot of other stuff has happened. I'm not gonna get into like every single little thing, but some of the stuff worth mentioning is some killers got buffed. I believe some of the killers that got buffed were Pyramid Head, Pig, and also the Clown. Fuck out of here. I don't even know you. You're banned. Anyway. So yeah, so yeah, a lot of stuff had gotten updated, a lot of things that, happened. Like I said, some killers got buffed and everything. I think like some perks have gotten changed. I know the one infamous perk that a lot of people were talking about was a killer perk called Franklin's Demise. So let me switch over to killer real quick. So let's go to killer real quick, and I'll go to Cannibal because that's who has the perk originally. So yeah, Franklin's Demise. This was a part that a lot of people had like some slight mixed feelings about. So originally what would happen is, so originally what would happen is, right, like, if a killer's running Franklin's Demise, and they hit a survivor carrying an item, that survivor would drop said item. Yeah, you gotta let those random people like, oh, I love to do this, like, have, meet that, it's like, hey, add me on Instagram, add me on Discord and all that, but yeah. If that's what you're talking about. But yeah, so originally with Franklin's Demise, it would be known to be a thing, it would be known to be a thing where, if a killer was running that, and they hit a survivor, that survivor would drop the item that they would have, and it would begin to lose charges. And the longer that it was knocked out, and the longer that it was out of the survivor's hands, the more charges that would get depleted to pretty much make it to where it becomes absolutely, useless. Well, now they have completely gotten rid of the whole chart. They now have completely removed the losing of charges. So now basically in a nutshell, it's just now basically it's just a thing where it's like, it's like just a survivor, a killer hits a survivor with an item and they just drop it, and of course, and they can go see the ore and stuff like that. And that's really about it. Now, for me, it's like I haven't really, I've been like, I haven't really had like, the full 2 cents on it and everything. About, like about the Franklin's Demise change, which in this case is basically like a giant ass nerf. but but yeah, you know, there was that. Um, yeah, basically, like I said, Franklin's demise, and again, I apologize. I'm kind of like still waking up and everything, but yeah, Franklin's demise was one of the big changes and everything that happened. To where it has been to where some people would say that it has been nuked to the ground. Because you know, like because no longer because it no longer um, those you know, it will make the items as charges. Yeah, it's pretty much. I would say it's like I wouldn't say like it's a complete rework of like what happened with Knockout because normally with Knockout what would happen what would be you know like you down a survivor but like you would down a survivor but their ore wouldn't be shown to anyone. But but yeah, you know, so there's that. Now I'm gonna switch over to Survivor real quick. Cause I'm trying to show, I kind of like trying to show off some stuff as much as possible. So, oh, excuse me.
Go camping, they say. Get back to basics, they say. Screw they.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna load up Rick Grimes first. Then we'll show off the perks and everything. Why not?
Lots of dying out here. Can't stop it all, but maybe we can slow it down.
Alright, so... Alright, so yeah, okay, so here's the thing, for anyone who's wondering. Um, at one point in time, I had planned to actually stream, you know, myself with doing the Walking Dead chapter, pretty much doing the Adept challenge for both Rick and Michonne Grimes. But because of because of how I was doing like various other little things that I kind of wanted to do, I ended up doing like my own little like off-stream recordings of the Adept runs that I had with those two, and posted them on my YouTube, which I did. Like I managed to get the Adept for both survivors. You can go check it out on my YouTube channel, but I figured I'd still kind of show it here. So with Rick Grimes and Rick and Michonne Grimes, you know, they being survivors, they bring their own unique perks. So for Rick Grimes, you got Apocalyptic Ingenuity. So after unlocking a rummaging through 2 chests, press the ability 1 button for 4 seconds next to a broken pallet to build a fragile pallet. So basically, in a nutshell, what happens is if you go through a couple of chests, you know, when you unlock them or rummage through them or something like that, um, then you can be able to do a little thing where you can be able to make temporary, you can make a little you can make you can make temporary type pallets. Some kind of refer to this as like the party pallet equivalent from like the Masquerade and everything, which I'm curious as to how they're going to do that for the next anniversary thing, but yeah. And like I think like once you do all that, you see the ores of broken pallets within 32 meters. So you know you go to find out like it. So it's kind of like I want to say like a slight windows of opportunity, but instead of like vaults, you kind of see like ores of pallets, but most of them are going to be broken. Come and get me. So, after unhooking a survivor while crouched and idle, press the button 1 to make injured and dying survivors within 24 meters leave no scratch marks or pools of blood, or make nurse of pain for 15 seconds. But when you scream, you reveal your killer. You reveal your ore to the killer for 5 seconds. So what happens? Yeah, basically what happens is I think like anytime that you normally would unhook a survivor, and you know like I think like when you unhook a survivor for the first time, right? Um, you get this ability, and you can be able to use it. You can be able to use it until like you actually until you actually kills off. So Um, so like, you know, you can be able to use it for like, you know, some certain moments of like, you know, like I say, you know, making like injured or dying survivors, you know, have no scratch marks, pools of blood, or grunts of pain. But it's kind of like a little way, I guess you could say, to, you know, kind of like draw aggro to the killer, you know, in some sort of way. And also, and this is just my 2 cents. This is gonna make screen builds for characters. This is probably gonna be another thing that they use. So, yeah. And then we got the last perk for him, which is called Teamwork Toughen Up. So whenever another survivor pallet stuns or blinds the killer while you're injured within 24 meters, your aggressive pain, scratch marks, and pulls of blood are reduced by 100% for 30 seconds. So, I guess you can say in a way that it's kind of like an aura reading ability, but it's something that you have to be injured for, and you have to be close by, you know, whenever someone does that. So, yeah. Now we go to Machine Grinds.
Seems quiet.
Wait, really? Did they actually kill switch that again? Oh. Anyway, so Machine Grinds has, you know, 3 unique perks, which apparently for some reason they had disabled Last Stand. Like, which it's kind of weird and funny in a sense, because the last time I played this, they had just re-enabled Last Stand, but I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna start with Conviction. So with Conviction, after you heal one survivor while down with at least 25% recovery progress, press the ability button 2 to recover instantly. You gain broken, and then you are down after 30 seconds. So this, in a way, is kind of like a slight version of Unbreakable, but it doesn't, like, you know, fully pick you up and everything. It's kind of like a temporary pick me up. You can probably kind of like, you know, use it for certain situations, like, oh, you know, I'm going to, you know, like maybe like say for example, you know, like the killer decides to slug you, and you have that perk on. Um, you can sort of like, you know, kind of like get away, maybe go to somewhere else, or like say, you know, like this, or like say, you know, like it's in game and everything, and you know, like you're kind of like near an exit gate, and you're kind of slugged on the ground. With this, you can both like kind of like you recover a little bit, pick yourself up, and hopefully try, you know, to make your way out. Last Stand. So after spending 90 seconds in the killer's terror radius while not in chase, when you fast fall, stun the killer for 3 seconds, and if they are within 2.5 meters, then the perk is disabled for the rest of the trial. So if you can go somehow get it off, you can go have like a little way to kind of stun the killer. You can have a little way to stun the killer, but it's only a one-time use if you can actually pull it off. And lastly, you got Teamwork Throwdown. So when you pilot stun or blind the killer, other injured survivors within 24 meters gain endurance and see the killer's aura for 10 seconds. So there's that. Now, when it comes to, no offense, but I'm, you know, kind of my own thing. But as I was about to say, so when it comes to the characters, from what I can understand, the person who plays as Rick Grimes in The Walking Dead actually had reprised their role. However, their streams are not from them themselves. But Michonne Grimes, on the other hand, that's a completely different person. Like they didn't, I don't know for sure. Like I don't know if like, oh, they couldn't be able to get the original actress who played Michonne Grimes, or it's like, you know, or if like maybe like they refused or something like that. But basically, Um, there's a completely different voice actor for Michelle Grimes, so there's that. Now I'm gonna load up Ash because there's some other little stuff I kind of want to show. But this, I could also show them Killer as well, but I figured I can do Survivor because I'm here. So, yeah, like I said, a lot of stuff has gotten, updated and changed and things like that, and with the addition of the new stuff, you can actually be able to now have more than three preset loadouts. And this actually goes not only for outfits, but also you can be able to do it for perks. And I think that's pretty damn cool. So yeah, normally you can have like like 3 different like loadout stuff, like like preset looks, and everything. Oops. Hold on. So yeah, normally what would happen is you'd have like 3 perks, 3 slots, for your favorite little cosmetic stuff. But now they've actually done it to where you can have 7. So now I can be able to actually play around with more stuff. As you can see right here, everything, and because like I have done this, I also have like technically like a clean version of what I wear, except I don't have the charms. So there's that. But yeah, besides the cosmetic stuff, you can also be able to do stuff with perk loadouts. So again, normally you would have 3 things, you can go from there, but now you can actually have around like 7. And with this one, you can actually be able to rename them. So like I did here, like I have like some different loadout stuff and all that. So it's like right here, I have my little solo key loadout that I call Aura and Then Some. Which consists of Deja Vu, Wake Up, Saboteur, and Left Behind. Then I got a thing I call Jade and Healing, which basically is mostly a healing build, but I can also do some gens from time to time. And this loadout consists of Deja Vu, We'll Make It, We're Gonna Live Forever, and Do No Harm. And I got what I call my Swift build, aka SWF, that I often use whenever I'm playing, with some friends, which is Deja Vu, Wake Up, Bond, and We'll Make It. Heal build, another little thing I've done. Yeah, basically, like it's an all healing build loadout, for when I'm doing that. Jin doing build, got all stuff for that, which is Deja Vu, Hyper Focus, Shake Up, Fast Track. Then I got what I call the Wiggle build because I found out about this on YouTube, where I use Flip Flop, Boil Over, Tenacity, and Unbreakable. And then I got what I call the Aura Sig. Hold on. Sorry about that. Had a bit of a gagging type moment. I didn't want you guys to hear that. So yeah, so my last little thing I call ore seeding. So I have Better Together, which is a thing where it's like the ore generator equipment apparently was built on the survivors. I got Babysitter, so I can to see the kills ore for 8 seconds, and also do some stuff for my teammates. Deja Vu, perk I often use in a lot of my loadouts. And Rookie Spirits, I can go to, so I can kind of like keep an eye on certain generators and things like that. But yeah. And yeah, now and even a lot of stuff, and even a lot of stuff also affects the killer side as well. So like for example, so like for example, like the whole situation with the outfit loadout stuff, happens here as well, which is pretty nice. And everything. Same goes for loadout stuff. But I figured what I would try to do for today, even though I don't know how things are going to go per se, is I figured I'd do a little bit of a thing with the clown. Because the clown has gotten quite a buff and everything. A lot of people these days now, they just, a lot of people these days are doing the thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to just, use my yellow bottles and, just go from there, which I can kind of understand, I can kind of understand, get it, whatever. But yeah, what was I going to say? Let's see. But yeah, so when it comes to Clown, he's known to have a thing now where, I think it's like the Afterpea's, antidote? Basically the yellow bottles, or we're gonna call it yellow bottles. So, apparently when it comes to Clown and everything, especially with his, buff and all that, he can be pretty fast now, and a lot of times that I've seen people, well, even though it hasn't really been much. I think it's like maybe like 1 or 2 times where I've encountered someone playing as Cloud, and how fast they can go and all that. But basically, if you use the yellow bottle, you can be able to actually gain a lot of distance. You can be able to gain like a lot of haste and speed and all that. So yeah, we're gonna try and see how things are with Cloud on my end. Maybe see maybe see if we can get some kills. Maybe get some some level, some ranks up on our killer grade, because I haven't really touched killer versus the last rank reset. Because I will say, like, I have been mostly playing Survivor, which I do try and play some killer here and there, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what we can kind of play around with in terms of a haste type of build. Let's see, so okay, so barriers included, rate of chase. Uh, let's see. So let's get like a little bit of like some speed going, but also so like a little bit of a speed thing, but also get at least one slight gen defense. So let's see. So batteries included. Looks a bit of a clear gen, 5% haste, bit of chase, learning. Now, one thing to randomly keep in mind is that I have not really, I haven't really like played around with Clown that much, so I don't have like a whole bunch of loadout. I don't have like a bunch of like add-ons and stuff for him. Let's see. But yeah, along with the chapter, like a lot of other stuff had happened where it was like, a lot of bugs and stuff had happened. Like, apparently, I mean, I don't know if it happened with like, with it on that said release of the chapter and everything, but supposedly the Guinean meat plant, aka the game, um, it now seems to have a bit of a problem to where it will crash people's games. I don't know exactly as to when that ever happened. Like, I haven't really had that experience on my end, but, it's, what can you do? Let's see. Okay, hold on. So, okay, I think this is a decent little thing for right now. So, okay, so, well, that's the way, that's to see what happens at this point. Oh, God. Let's see. By any means, a second. Fang, Rebecca, two Fangs, Rebecca. Oh yeah, and also, this is another little thing that's kind of happened where there's a poll, there's a randomized little poll thing on the offering screen. Okay, so I gotta remember, like, I have no slowdowns. No slowdowns, all haste type stuff. Okay, there we go. Been a hot minute since I last played this character that I forgot, like, about what the fuck the buttons do. Oh, I see you. So what we're going to kind of do for the most part is we are going to see like how things are by just using mostly like yellow bottles. And just go from there. Damn it. Oh, hello. Yo, oh yeah. Thank you for reminding me, Fang. There was apparently there's apparently there's a new addition to the game, which is fog vials. I mean, okay. I mean, okay. Do. Let's see. I'm trying like to think in my head about like, you know, not kicking quote unquote dry gins. Holy shit, somebody got healed fast. Just check, you know, lockers. Because, you know, sometimes people come hide in lockers. Okay, that's a body block. It's not gonna have some little bit further chase value because I might have hooked my fish on. I will say it was a daring attempt. I'll let him go. Why not? I mean, I could have ended it right there, but I was like, you know what? You know, I did the thing, you know, so they can leave. But yeah. Buff Clown, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't that a thing? Ah, so we had, let's see, looks like 2 sprint bursters. Okay. Yeah, look at that. But yeah, that's quite a thing though. Like fucking like no gen slowdowns, and the man's basically man's basically get everybody, you know, around, you know, with like, or so like 4 gen, like, you know, at least 4 or 5 gens still left. So. Let's see. Increases absorption of attributes. Gosh, make it fit. Alright, so let's see. I don't normally do this, but fuck it. So now we got clowns P4. P4, what? P4, what? Let's see. So I got the I got the knife. We're gonna play around with that a little bit. I got some survivor puddings. Let's see. Hold on. Actually, I think what I want to do is, you know, just I want to I want to go into customs real quick. I'm gonna like, you know, try to remember about, like, you know, how to, you know, like, I'm trying to like remember the button, like, I'm only got like a bit of like the understanding of like the switching of going from one thing to another with the models. So, oh nice, sir, but I got another bot account. But wrong cowshed. Fractured cowshed. been bamboozled by a box. Okay, so I think I have an idea. So it's like L1, switch the bottles, yeah, and everything, so. Oh, that's let me. Okay, so I believe this is all the belt, stuff for it. So. I'm kind of curious to try this, where it's like where I run the Viral Hope. Yeah, and see if that does anything. We'll try it. We'll keep the machine learning, predator chase, and batters and could, but I'm kind of curious about trying the Viral Hope at least maybe like one or two times. You see if that makes any sort of difference. See, we'll kind of call it like a bit of an experiment. You know. Yeah, Vittorio, Sable, Gabriel, Dwight. Had a couple toolboxes, a couple of medkits. Man, let's play around with the Viral Hope. See if we can actually get like a nice decent value out of it or something. Yeah, because we managed to get we could have done, like I said, we could have done 4 kills and all that, but it was nice and all that. But being able to go dominate with around 4 gens left and all that. I'm just curious. Ooh. This should be interesting. I like that. I like that bad motherfucker. Oh. Yeah, damn. Hey, up here. Okay, so I believe Sable's got deception. And it's almost, I forget what the fuck it's called. It's a certain little perk. I believe it's Blast Mine, I believe that's what it's called. Unfortunately, my Valor Hope totem went bye-bye. Tutorial. I will push it on that. Excuse me. Imagine if someone's actually right there. I believe someone's given up. I think he gave me some free first chase value. Okay, so something tells me I think Gabriel might be the blast mine user. I had that slight anticipated feeling that that was going to happen. Oh, hey. How you doing? Nice one. Okay, yes. Yeah, it's definitely gotta be fucking Gabriel. Hmm. That one's still sparking. Damn. Ain't that about a motherfucker? Oh, I was on the fucking purples. Oops. Ouchies, Wawa. Very nice, very nice. Probably kind of wondering if I should probably like start using nowhere to hide or something. Hello, Monsieur Gabriel. Hey. I will say, you know, they're doing pretty good. Like I was honestly so surprised that, you know, someone managed to find Devour Hopes with him early. But yeah, that's just how it is when it comes to RNG, you know. You know, sometimes, you know, you get lucky and, well, yeah, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get unlucky, you know. I also remember one random time when I was doing some Chaos Shuffle, and I think I actually managed to upload that on my YouTube channel, but But long story short, I was doing some Chaos Shuffle, playing some Killer as the Hag, and we spawned in on the Nostromo map, aka the the alien map. And one of my perks that I had randomly gotten was the Power of Hope. And I thought it was in a bad spot, but it turned out to be an actually excellent spot. So. Okay, so I want to say they technically figured themselves, but I know those two are close together, but I'm honestly kind of surprised that the I'm honestly surprised that Dwight has not healed Gabriel or anything. Hey! Oh my god. I actually managed to get that challenge done. I cannot tell you how hard it is to do that one challenge where it's like you interrupt and grab a survivor. Ah, damn. GG's. I don't know why the Dwight DC'd there, like... Interesting. I'm just trying to think about this because I think like usually when someone DCs, like that's not normally known to be for me. What do you mean? What do you mean? What like? What is thou talking about, Miss Hannah? I wonder, like, I don't know. I'm slightly. Because I think like usually when someone DCs like that, because I'm thinking it's like. About what a light does. No. I was talking about the Dwight. It was I was talking about the Dwight survivor. AKA I was talking about this person right here. Yeah, because you know, cause the name is Dwight. You know, it's close to light and all that. Because what I was trying to say was like I was wondering like why they DC'd when they were pretty much on when they were like, as they were dying because because I have had that kind of I should have fucking saw what they had left behind or something. But anyway, so what I was confused was as to why the Dwight survivor DC'd for as soon as like whenever they were as soon as like when they were getting lifted up into the sky by the incident and all that, right? Because the because the Gabriel was still in the match and he was not down yet, and usually like if someone is still like in the match that's not down, if you were DC, then you would get a DC penalty, and and sometimes you would often see like like they they get like 0 points. You like the disconnect logo stickers like that fucking like like the cord stuff and all that's what I was confused about. Like that's what I was talking about. That's why I was wondering like what was going on because like I said I thought that they might have DC'd out of rage, but but I guess there's something I didn't know. So. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to think. So yeah, usually like I would assume that a place like Dead Dog might have had like a nice little like little time. It's like maybe my hex totem would have been up for a little while or something like that. But I guess RNG was be down, and I guess someone found it pretty early, like. But I'm not like saying like that like that's so stupid, blah 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 and all that. Like it's annoying, but like it's just how it is sometimes. It's just how it is. When you run hex totems, on like the spawn chances of survivors, the placement of the hex themselves and everything. So. Let's see. But I still kind of want to do like like a haste type of build. I want to have like possibly something else for so. So we managed to get to Ash 3. I know it's not gonna be much, but actually, hold on. I am so somewhat conflicted, honestly. It's like, there's probably like one has like a nice little haste build, but I'm thinking about like, what I want to do for, for fourth, it's like, I don't know where to hide, can be nice, especially like if someone was to possibly, like, kick gens that I've already reached the limit on, but yeah, I know some people like to, honestly run rapid brutality. I guess we can kind of try it. Yeah, 'cause like I said, I'm trying to do like a bit of a thing where it's like, I'm have like a mostly haste type of build, right? But kind of like experiment with like having a different, like a fourth different perk slot, if that makes any sense. Now we got two Davids, a Yue, and a Bill. And again, I'm just trying to think. It's like I know sometimes it can, like some people like when like, hey, I want to have like this type of build, that type of build, whatever. Let me see something. Forever Entwined. I was 4% faster. I'm so confused and conflicted. I don't know what I want to do. Yeah, Sable, Rebecca, Ripley. Oh my. We got Daryl, Ingen, Jane, and Bill. And the Bill's on PSN because they don't have a world icon next to your name. So I gotta watch out for Yin Jen. She got herself a beamer. Beamer, of course, being nowhere for flashlight. That's one for a salt pouch. I don't really see a whole lot of people running salt pouches. Beep, bop, bop, bop. Oh boy. We're in this map. I mean, somebody apparently said the weird stuff. Who the fuck is wasting all the pallets? Okay, so we know she's got finesse. I'm sorry, what? Oh, you bitch. Where'd it go? Might as well get rid of this. Huh? Some sort of chase value. Yeah, let's them a little bit. Not gonna lie, kinda was sneaky. Was sneaky pretty good about it. Who dares? I see you. Hey. Hey. Alright, Hannah. You go get you some rest. Okay, I'm about to say, it's like, are you giving up, or like... What is that? What's up, Bill? Oh, pretty boy. Look at this, bitch. Oh yeah, what's that? Oh. This printing was already open. Yeah. Just a sec, folks. I think I'm gonna probably end it here. And everything. Oh. Well, I was gonna run into him, but well, I was going to possibly like right into the to the straight to the chain and all that, but I guess that was their last game, so. But it's whatever. I don't know why, but like I really just hate like whenever I'm having like I'm hearing like those moments where it's like everything's kind of like cackling or like audio's kind of a little bit like iffy or something. No, I don't want clips. I want live feed. Thank you. Let's see if we can ram it in this person possibly. Cause why the fuck not? But yeah, I will say this, okay? I will say this, like I can definitely see, I can definitely see and feel, like the boss and stuff like that. This definitely makes Clown a bit more powerful than he was known for, because he wasn't really like a great killer, especially like he being able to use his yellow bottles and all that. I think like most of the time people be like, oh, I'm going to use purple bottles, not waste yellow bottles and things like that. But I don't know. Yeah, we had some decent. I'd say we had like some decent matches overall. Yeah. It still kind of took me off guard a little bit that that one moment where like that one little moment where it was like we tried using the power of hope and everything, and then suddenly got cleansed. But yeah. If I could possibly be able to type my own chat, that would be very nice. But overall, though, it was not too bad. I had some fun with it, Like I said, I could have had, moments where it's like, oh, that one game I could have gotten the 4K, and not let the thing leave, but I don't know. I was kind of it's kind of just the thing of, just testing the waters out, really. But I will say, I am kind of curious about, how long, Clown will stay strong like this. It kind of makes me, wonder if, they're actually going to somehow change him up or something like that down the road, but who knows. But anyway. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream and everything like that, and as always, thank you all so much for watching. I really, truly appreciate it. But yeah, so my next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be tomorrow, aka Tuesday. Then we'll be doing some more Night Rain. I'm gonna be starting a random duo run as the Raider, donned in the Onion Bro outfit. Well, I appreciate you being here, Hannah. I really do. I know you might not talk the whole lot, but I appreciate you coming out and hanging out with little old me nonetheless and everything. But yeah, so my next planned stream will be tomorrow, aka Tuesday. I'm gonna be doing some Night Rain, where I'm gonna be trying to do a random little duo run, where it's me dressed as an Indian bro, and while playing as Raider. And I'm gonna be queuing up was, any rando that the game, pairs me up with. I'm gonna be trying, to play around with my main little loadout that I have for him, and see how things go. I might, probably try and see about going all the way to end game with him or something. I don't know. Friday will be the next planned stream, which probably might be some Mortal Kombat 11. Might play around with that game a little bit. I might do like a tower or two or something. I don't know. Saturday, we'll be shooting up Saturday with some more Chex Quest 3, playing on Nightmare difficulty, which in this case is going to be mainly like ultra violence, but with double ammo capacity. And probably on Sunday, I might play that I don't know what I don't know what name of it is. Hold on, give me a sec, so I can maybe pronounce it. I think it's like Azardi. It's like Azardi or Azedi, the Jewel of Faramore. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to play around with. I'm gonna be trying to play more of that game and everything, and see what happens. But until that time, though, if you enjoyed what you saw today, and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. And feel free to follow me on Twitter as well if you want. But until I see you on the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.